So I'm Hannah Conway, I'm a composer and I'm the artistic director of Sound Voice. The Sound Voice project is a project exploring voice, what it means to have a voice and what it means when voice is lost. And Sound Voice is the company now that's come out of the project, which creates live and immersive digital installation works by bringing together people with lived experience of whatever it is that we're looking at, creative artists, performers, and then professionals cross-sector from healthcare, technology, biomedical research and other sectors.
Okay, amazing. Nominated this year for the Innovation Award. How does it feel?
No, it's great to be nominated. I'm just delighted that the work's been recognised in this forum.
Yeah. Fascinating project. Can you tell me a little bit about where it came from, with the birth of the idea, what inspired the whole thing?
So I am a composer. I've worked for the last 25 years in the industry, thinking about voice, writing for voice, working with opera singers, and almost every day of my career. And so I considered myself to be somewhat expert in voice. But my father very sadly lost his voice, his speech, as part of a terminal illness. And when this happened, obviously it was devastating, but I realised that I had absolutely no idea how our voices and how our identities interconnect. So I wanted to explore this, and I wanted to explore it by bringing together people who had lived experience of voice loss, and then cross-sector professionals in healthcare and technology and in research who were connected to voice, and of course artists, to really try and understand what it means to have a voice and what it means when voice is lost.
Yeah. And do you find that there's increasing recognition for that, or what effect does that have on people when you introduce this idea to them?
So the concept of what it means to have a voice has a universal resonance in many different ways. It's a metaphor for agency, but specifically in this project we were looking at the physiological impact of actually when your voice has disappeared or irrevocably been changed. So it touches everybody in different ways, this topic, and that's been really overwhelming to discover. 100% of audiences who've encountered our work report that they have totally changed understanding of their own voice and of other people's voices. So it's been a really successful project.
Oh, well, great to hear. I think, like you say, you don't recognize something as being powerful until you've maybe lost it. Where do you hope that this project can go in the future?
So the works that we've made a whole series of live concert pieces, chamber works, and also this immersive opera video installation, which is touring internationally. So I just hope that we can bring these works both in live and immersive formats to audiences internationally.
Yeah. I have one last question,
Yeah.
just to dive in a bit more deeply into the immersive side, because obviously, all of these new technologies are coming out, making that whole experience possible. How are you tying those together, and what are you most excited about being able to offer that in more of a digital sphere?
So I think, particularly in classical music, there's a real fear that as soon as you work digitally or in an immersive environment where performers are virtual, that something is lost. Actually, in reality, it's just something very different. It's a very different audience experience. It doesn't replace a live experience, but it can be visceral. It's like being so up close and personal with the performers in a way that is impossible on a kind of traditional end-on concert stage experience. And again, audiences who've encountered the works in this format have been very, very touched and have really enjoyed being, as I say, like totally immersed in sound and very, very close to these performers in a way that otherwise would be impossible in a live format.
Amazing.